Today I'm going to be building my Aklot Lorien LP style guitar kit. I'm going to be only using the parts that came with it and following the instructions they have given me in the manual. So you could see what it might be like for you with this guitar kit right out of the box. Hey everybody, I'm Brant, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right in getting started. They do have some pretty good directions in here about what to do before you assemble the guitar. Look for major dents that might require wood filler, deep scratches that might need sanding, leftover adhesive or glue on the surface. I'm going to come back and address that, do the sanding. I'm not going to do the finishing now. I just want to build the guitar. So I am skipping to step 2. And it says to install the neck. And then after that, we move on to tuners and the parts. I am going to save this guitar neck installation piece to last. I typically like to work on a neck first, then the body, and then join the two together. So I am going to start on Assembly Instructions 2.2 Headstock Tuner Installation. I'm having to unscrew these ferrules, which have a washer with this ferrule, and it has a washer that goes around it. All right, and I've got my screws, and I'll screw into the holes in the back here. I'm just going to check the gear ratio on these tuners. Let's check that. So I'm actually just going to I don't have these aren't locking tuners, so I don't have any way of securing them. I just put a twist tie through there. Okay, let's start it there. So when it comes back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That looked like 15 to me. Let's do that again, because I thought they said 18 to 1. So basically when it's level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm pretty sure it said 18 to 1. That is 15 to 1 right there, my friends. Well, that's disappointing. It does say on Aklot's website as well as Amazon that these are 18 to 1 precision tuners. Well, I can tell right now so I can't get this screw all the way down. It won't turn anymore. So I'm going to have to drill that out, but we are doing a just instructional from the manual. So I'm not going to do that now. I'll do that at another point, but that's not tight. It feels like there were a couple of holes here that didn't feel like they were drilled properly, pre-drilled properly. They do have a section in the manual about making some adjustments to the guitar tuning and setup. So they do mention using a notch straight edge to see if the neck is straight, or how to check relief, and how to adjust the truss rod. I'm just going to check now to see where we're at. And that is just about flat. All right, let's move on to the body. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the truss rod cover on now. Let's move on to the body. All right, and step one of the body is strap buttons. What next? We got volume, knob installation. I've seen Ted use these cork blocks. I got some on Amazon, and they are pretty handy. All right, so volume goes... ground wire, we've already done that, or I've already done that. You guys are just sitting there. All right, and now we need to do the neck and bridge pickup. So now I've got to try and put these through. It's going to be very difficult to get these wires through here. This hole is just about too small for everything. Let me try that side first. I'm having too much difficulty getting that, getting the wires through, so. Fingers crossed, that does it. Let's try this again. Okay, so now both of those go in pretty easily. Finally. All right. Whew. Jeez Louise, ham and cheese. That was unnecessarily, what am I at? An hour and 15 minutes in? Man. That seems like that should not have taken nearly so long. I should be well done with the guitar by now.
Bass strings rumble, till it twang ring.
Okay, jack plate is on. Now we're wiring. All right.
Fastest player, but he feels what he brings.
So let's, before I seal this up and everything, let's test that. I think I have that backwards. Good. So neck, middle, bridge. How am I going to put this in here? I'm just going to go like that. Push it down. Sure. Why not? And I need back plate. All right, so that's all in, nice and flush. Really perfectly cut there. All right. I'm assuming we're going to do some bridge posts. Yes, so ground wire setup. Okay, so I need some protective padding underneath the guitar body. Those blocks will do just fine. These two go for the bridge assembly, and these go for the tailpiece. I'm just going to have a cloth. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to try and put this in. Okay, that's in. And that is in. When they're tight, they're not very rattly, but when they're loose, they're a little rattly. You can fix that with some plumber's tape around the screws. All right, and we've got the knobs. Actually, you know what? I never tighten these down, I don't think. All right, so I am on the pretty much the last step, but I need to go back, as you may remember, and I need to put on the neck plate, or the neck. And are they all the same size? Nope. We've got 2 long screws and 2 short screws. It is very, very important to remember that. Oh, and they do. Look at that. Oh, you got it, little buddy. Right through the body. They went right through. I didn't have to do anything. All right. I almost did it. I took the short screws and I put them in top and put them in the bottom, which meant I would have put the long screws in top. Here's why that's a problem. Ask me how I know this. If I was to use the power drill, say, and I had accidentally put the short screw on the bottom and the long screw on the top, when I went to screw in the top, there is a possibility, even with resistance, that that screw is going to pop through the neck into the fingerboard. And not only is it going to do that, it is going to possibly push up some of your frets. And then you're going to have a little extra work to do. And by a little extra work, I mean a lot of extra work. Okay, I've got that just about there. You got to put strings on. That goes on just like that. I'm going to start out with everything all the way down. Let me get the strings. All right, so got the strings on. I haven't tuned or anything yet. There are some final steps in the book about neck relief, string action, intonation, and pickup height, with some instructions on how to deal with that stuff. I will go through some of that off camera and try to follow closely what they list here. And set that up, and then I will let you hear how it sounds. All right, finished. So, ran into some issues, and I do apologize for all the fast forwarding during the build of this guitar. I was hoping not to have to do that too much, but this took me well over 2 hours to put together. And a big part of that was because I ran into some unforeseen issues. First of all, not all the pre-drilled holes were drilled all the way. So I had some issues getting some of the screws in. I actually didn't mention it earlier because it was fast forwarded, but I had some wax that I got that I used on most of the screws that I screwed into the guitar because I was having a lot of trouble with the holes. Everything seemed really tight or not wanting to screw in all the way. So I'm going to have to go back when I take this guitar apart again, because I still have to finish it, and drill out some of those problem areas a little bit better, readdress that. Second big time sink on this guitar was the hole connecting the pickup cavities to the control cavities that I had to feed all the pickup wires through. There just wasn't enough room to do that. I ended up having to bore that hole out with a reamer and then a round file to get it to a size that I could put all the wires through easily into the control cavity. Once I had that done, it was no problem. But again, not something I was expecting to have to do. I probably could have gotten them through with a lot more effort and time, but I didn't. I had the tools, so I made a little modification there. What was done really well on this guitar kit? Well, I will say that the hardware I am pretty impressed with. I've had this sitting for just a little, not quite a day. The tuner seemed to be holding up. The neck feels really nice. The bridge, when I installed it and adjusted the action, and I did go back and check the relief and check the action, check the pickup height as directed in the manual. That was really nice that they included those little tips. Not that I needed them, but for somebody who doesn't know. But the bridge was almost perfectly intonated. I didn't end up changing anything because it was pretty spot on. Can use a little minor adjustment here and there on a couple of strings, but for the most part, good to go. So that was nice. The pots feel pretty decent. The switch feels pretty decent. The coil split, not too loose. Very nice strap buttons. The contours on the body are really interesting and nice to have. A little arm rest here. The heel of the neck. Lots of access. A little belly cut as well. The neck feels amazing. If I haven't already said it, it feels, for this style guitar, really thin. Really just like, I feel like I can, I've got my whole hand wrapped around it very easily. It's really nice. There isn't any fret sprout. There's a few sharp fret ends, but they're nothing. I've felt sharper. These are pretty nice. The frets are scratchy. They do need a polishing. I didn't check fret levels or anything like that, but I have not had any problem with dead frets or too much buzzing going on. And the action right now is set. I think I have it at 1.5, 1.25, low E, high E, respectively. So that's pretty good out of the box. So I still have to finish this guitar, but for now, let me let you hear what it sounds like. All right, I've just got it on a clean channel in the neck position with no coil split. I'll let you hear how it sounds. middle no coil split. And the bridge no coil split. I go back up into the neck with the coil split engaged. Middle coil split engaged. And bridge coil split engaged. So actually, not too terrible. There might be a little room for improvement. Let's see what it sounds like with some effects on. Not bad. Not bad out of the box. Not bad. I certainly like the feel and the sound of this guitar much better than my Leo kit, my Tele kit that I had a long time ago, about a year ago actually. And for $120, definitely a great little platform to mod and customize. So there it is, the Aklot Lorien DIY LP style guitar kit guitar. Really a lot of fun looking at this, getting to build it, and I'm excited. I have a lot more to do with this particular guitar. I just wanted to tell everybody I've kind of been rushing through this because I'm getting ready to go out of town. So I may not be back with this guitar for a little while, but it's Thanksgiving coming up, and I just wanted to say how thankful I am for all of you and everybody in the guitar community who is so supportive and helpful and just generally great people. Thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. That's going to do it for me. As always, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Cheers.
Yeah.